In American culture, each 4th of July, the country celebrates Independence Day. On the 5th of May, Mexicans and Americans of Mexican descent celebrate a Mexican-based holiday known as Cinco de Mayo. The celebration of Cinco de Mayo is similar to that of Independence Day in a number of ways. For example, Americans hold large gatherings in the streets in commemoration of Independence Day. Similarly, Mexicans hold large gatherings in the streets in commemoration of Cinco de Mayo. Independence Day uses bright colors and colorful symbols in celebration, just as Cinco de Mayo uses bright colors and colorful symbols in celebration. Independence Day has delicious food. Cinco de Mayo has delicious food. Cinco de Mayo has delicious, refreshing drinks, just as Independence Day has delicious Never mind. Cinco de Mayo has delicious, refreshing drinks. Every year, Americans celebrate a defining moment in U.S. history. On July 4, 1776, seeking independence from Britain, 5 men, including Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin, drafted what is now known as the Declaration of Independence. Today, most people believe that May 5th, or Cinco de Mayo, represents the day that Mexico gained its independence. That, however, is incorrect. Mexican culture actually recognizes December 16th as the day that Mexico gained its independence. Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla, a Mexican Catholic priest, led a group of peasants to stand up and fight against Spanish rule on September 16th in 1810. Nearly 1 year later, he was captured and executed, but the result of his leadership brought about Mexico's independence, which is celebrated by Mexicans worldwide. Cinco de Mayo, however, celebrates an entirely different event. On July 17, 1861, the President of Mexico, Benito Juarez, decreed that Mexico would no longer make payments on its debts. This decision upset those countries that Mexico was indebted to, which included the Spanish, the Brits, and the French. Although the Spanish and the Brits were able to work things out diplomatically with Mexico, the French were not as understanding, and Napoleon decided to conquer Mexico. On May 5, 1862, as the French army marched towards Mexico City, the city of Puebla proved to be a daunting task, as 8,000 heavily armed French troops were met by a ragtag group of 4,000 Mexican soldiers. Though the Mexican army was outmanned 2-1 and nowhere near as equipped, they were able to defeat a vastly superior opponent in the French. The French eventually conquered Mexico City, but the unlikely victory in the city of Puebla became a symbol of Mexican resistance against imperialism. So, in conclusion, the takeaway from this presentation should be that Cinco de Mayo is not the day that Mexico claimed independence. Instead, Cinco de Mayo should always be remembered as the day the French got their asses kicked.